Good evening, everyone. How are you? Sorry I didn't get to you yesterday. Everything was a bit busy and a bit hectic. I know it's all excuses that you don't want to hear. But this evening I have conned into a very special guest. You're very lucky. She doesn't appear very often, but we were out on a dog walk earlier and I said, do you fancy doing a live with me? And she made the absolute mistake of pausing as almost to think about it. Well, that was a yes. And here she is, the junior Setchell.
Hello.
Hi, Ash. And this is so weird. In actual fact, I'm going to have to move you because you are in your mum's seat. You have to sit on the right-hand side. Sorry, the left-hand side.
Yeah, I feel like I should have put a red wig on, and then disguised myself with some glasses and sort of a Clark Kent move going on.
just a few less wrinkles.
A lot of people, some people are saying that they've never met me before. That's because I am very behind the scenes.
You are.
Yeah, I don't do this very often.
You don't. But
for Gary, I will.
You let your guard down, didn't you? You let your guard down. I took advantage.
I let my guard down. Yes.
Okay, so we'll say hello to everybody, but I know not seeing your mum is hot on the topics right now. So we'll give people a little bit of a rundown when we get to them, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hi, Vivian. How you doing?
Vivian.
Hi, Pia.
Hi, Pia.
Great post that you put up last time. I love talking about that. Hi, Melanie. How you doing?
Hello.
Good morning, Vicky.
Oh, from Australia?
Yes, very early in Australia.
Yeah. Early morning.
In Australia, we've got a bit of a chat going on. We have 2 venues in Australia confirmed and with legs.
Yeah.
So be by standing for that one. As soon as it goes live, I think those places are going to sell out really quickly. So
absolutely,
you'll see it here first. Oh God, can you hear that storm, Ash?
God, literally, I was just about to say that. Suddenly the heavens opened
on my window.
Lord.
Hi, Dawn.
Yes, very wet here now too.
Yes, it's wet here too. I have to turn you up, Ash. You might have to get closer to the microphone, lovey.
Is that better?
Bit closer?
God, I don't know if I can get closer. I don't know how this thing works. Is that better?
It'll do. It'll do. I'll turn you up.
Is that better?
Oh, that's better.
There we go then.
Hi, Jeanette. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Hi, Angie.
Hello. How are you? I haven't spoken to you for a while.
And Asha have got history, haven't you, Asha?
Yes, we haven't spoken for a while.
Do you want to delve a little deeper? How you got to know each other better?
It was a consultation for my final modules, and we spoke about her horses and trimming and all of that. It was very nice. I enjoyed it a lot. We had 4 consultations and yeah, we helped each other out.
Awesome.
And
well, you'll be able to meet Angie in person when we go to America.
Absolutely. Looking forward to
that. Dawn, hope Lindsay is okay, as we haven't seen her for ages. Well, currently,
neither have I.
She is in between Paris and home. She is
on the auto route at the moment.
Yes,
the péage.
She's en route, but she's had a few teething problems because she's moving Asha's sister, Georgia, from one flat to another flat closer to work. in Paris. So she's been doing very urgent family stuff. So
Which
we've been holding the fort and missing your mum terribly.
She said to me the other day, how did you do it? Because I did it last year. I moved, it was just by myself with a bunch of suitcases and the metros. And she looked at me and went, I've got a van outside. How did you actually move her to a new flat? I went, it took me, I think, 30 trips.
That was on the train, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, moving Georgia was is not easy. Georgia has so many books and so many clothes.
So much stuff.
So much stuff.
So
it's going to be so much easier when you move to Paris.
Yes.
So much easier.
There won't be as much stuff.
There won't be as much stuff. It'll be one carload, won't it?
Yes, probably.
Hi, Maggie. How you doing?
Hi.
Dawn, that wet weather is so depressing, isn't it? It's raining cats and dogs here. Yeah, it's definitely raining here right now. I think we've
been raining for days.
I hope we don't have thunder and lightning. We might get cut off. Let's hope not. In Finland, rain started today. We've had it for a little while. Saturday,
most of this week, wasn't it?
Yes, most of this week. It certainly is, Vivian. It's all been wet all summer. Still waiting for summer. Oh no, I think you've lost out.
I think that's a bit passed on now.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are getting that. Hello.
Hi, Janet. Whilst we're saying hello, if you've got any questions, stick them in the chat, because there isn't a huge amount on the page. We can go through it, but there isn't anything particularly juicy.
Just a general chit chat, isn't it, today?
Yeah, bit of a general chit chat.
Yeah.
Hi, Lydia.
Hello.
Hi, Angela. Oh, hi, Caroline. Oh, look, my
yeah, your thumbs up's going on.
Evening, lovelies. Thanks, Aston. Evening to you too.
Aston and I have also had a consultation.
Oh, have you?
Yes, that was very lovely. We did some horsemanship.
Oh, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good, these consultations. I have to say, COVID was absolutely rubbish, but it actually showed us what we can actually get done online.
The potential of talking like this.
Yes,
absolutely.
Exactly. Greetings from North Virginia. Hi, Ingrid.
Hello.
Jackie from Lanzarote.
Buenas noches.
I have no idea whether I said that right.
Hello.
Hi, Leah. You'll be getting to know Asha much more very soon.
Yeah.
Oh, your mum's been watching. She got the picture, Ash.
Yes.
Good luck, you guys. I'm still on the French auto route coming home. Yeah. Well done. Well done, Linz.
She'll be back very late tonight.
Well, how late? How far is she away, Ash?
Oh, I don't know. I'll look.
Hi, Heather. From the Yorkshire Dales. I was talking to one of my clients had their mum over, because I'm in France, and she was from Yorkshire. We had a nice chat. Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Vivian. Vivian.
We've missed you, Lindsay. Hope you had a wonderful time. I wouldn't say it was a wonderful time.
Yeah.
I think there's
moments
time, but lots of work, lots of stress, and it's certainly not over yet. So
lots of stress to do with other issues, not to do with work.
No, exactly. It was just challenges that life throws at you when you least need them. Yeah, she's good, Dawn.
Yeah.
Hi, Dawn.
Okay.
Weather mid-November is lovely. Jackie, you're going to have a shock because Jackie is coming to Scotland to see us, Ash.
Yeah, that
So from
is gonna be
Lanzarote
chilly.
to Scotland.
It's gonna be
OMG.
chilly.
Even I'm packing the thermals.
Yeah.
Come on, Garrett. It's nearly 10 past. I have no idea what time we went live.
I don't either. I think we
I
went
think it was
live for
about
almost
5,
10
6
past.
minutes past.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm still doing better than Lindsay. Sorry, but I am.
Yeah.
I never met Asha before. This is exciting. Yes.
I'm new.
Asha is a mini Lindsay.
Yes.
When
Setchell
they get on
Junior.
the phone, they put on the same voice. And I have to say, Georgia's the same. Lindsay's sister, Nicola, is the same.
Granny's the same as
Granny
well.
is the
Yeah.
same.
We all
So
sound
all of them.
the
I have no
exact
idea who I'm talking to when they're on a phone.
same.
Hi, Ramona.
Hello.
We haven't had an update from your adventures. We had
I saw a
2,
photo. It looked really
and that
nice.
was lovely to see. Hi, Laura. Happy birthday
Hi,
for
Laura.
yesterday.
Yes. Wait, where's mine? I got 2 things, Gary. I got this,
You got your rattle?
which I've stolen, obviously, and I got this magical thing. Ready? My magic wand.
That's yours just for lives, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So that means you've got to do more. That's it now.
I think it's set in stone.
It is. It is.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah Lee. How you doing? Hi, Julie. Hi, David.
Hello, both of you.
Hey, from Sweden. Nice to see you, Asha.
Hello.
You're much more popular than me, Ash.
Everyone's mentioning me, Gary. It's because I am
Well,
new
it's
to
quite right
everyone.
too, because you are the special guest.
Absolutely.
Oh, Vicky Ware, so excited for the Australia workshop. Can't wait. Looking forward to meeting everyone.
We are
And
very excited.
us, you too, Vicky. You are
We
so
are.
with us every single time, and
We are
it's
very excited.
2 o'clock. But you're very much a farmer's wife or a farmer, and you're up at the crack of dawn. Oh wow, was Lindsay on holiday when doing my one-to-one? Well, she wasn't at home, but I wouldn't call it a holiday.
No. Yes.
Certainly not. Joe Cook, good morning from New Zealand. Hi, Joe. 16 to trim today. Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm getting so busy thanks to your fab group. People in New Zealand are waking up now.
Absolutely.
That is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. You're doing a grand job. You're doing a
Yes.
grand job.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, we'll have dates and so on for the New Zealand workshops too. Now we are going to the North Island and the South Island, so watch out for that.
Yes.
Now the messages have gone a bit funny. Hi, Carol. Morning. Hi, Vanya. How are you? Aston, happy birthday, Laura. Yeah, I'm sure it was yesterday, or was it the day before? I can't remember.
I saw that. I enjoyed our time.
From Angie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed our time. Ren, a Shetland pony, was new to me at the time, and you were so helpful and knowledgeable to help us. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah, it'll be great.
As do you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've done that one. Done that one. The messages have all gone a bit funny on my screen. Done that one. Done that one.
Gary, keep trying to put one up.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
How you doing? Looking forward to seeing you later on this month. Or is it next month? Within the next month, anyway. There is a post in the Phoenix group for the last days from our tour. Oh, I must have missed that. I'll have a look.
I think I saw that. I think I saw the
The
photos.
last one I saw was when your dog was investigating in a stream, and I think that was the last one I saw. There might have been one after that. 24th of September. 21 again, Laura. Okay, so you've got to tell us something to talk about. Ask Asha a question.
Yes, you can. Aston said this. She said that I was amazing. Obviously, everyone says that.
Did I miss that?
You did. She said the session made her quite emotional. Oh God, I can't speak today. The philosophy is so respectful to horses. She was very moved. I also was quite moved because of the improvement that we made. It was lovely to see.
It is great, isn't it, that when we have the power of communication, and it's very different because when we're in person, isn't it? When we're in person and we're helping owners and the horse may not be able to stand still or doesn't really know what we're asking,
Yeah.
you need that clear communication. You can actually grab hold of the lead rope and you say,
And
well,
just show them.
this is what I'm doing. And you talk them through what you're doing and why you're doing it and all of those things. But when you're not there,
you have to communicate it in a different way because
yes, it's a skill, isn't it?
I know I could do it instantly if I'm stood next to a horse. I could be like, yep, cool, don't have to explain it. But then when I'm not there, I'm having to really concentrate and really look about what everyone's doing and, concentrate on it and actually try and get it across by talking. But obviously it went very well, so.
And then you've got to allow, because what you're saying, because the person that you're talking to is wanting to get it right first time, and very often they try and get there too quick. They're almost trying to preempt what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or it could be the other way, that you've got to allow time for what you're saying to get to the brain, to get to the body, to be able to do. It's almost like the pause is really important. Right, have a go at this. Listen to what I'm saying, and then do something. It's a different way of teaching, and well, students are doing it. Well,
she said,
you're not really a student anymore, are you?
No. She said she's a different horse now when I trim Ash, and I practice what we worked on regularly. She's become so much easier. Thank you. Well, I'm very happy about that, and I'm sure you are too. It's it's so nice to know that you can help everyone because you're able to communicate and not show them how to do it, but help them learn how to do it.
Yes, and it just gives the horse a job, and it means that they know what they're doing, and
it also gives the owner a job.
It does.
Which I actually find that part of it more important than the horse learning it, because the horse is pretty much there. They usually know what's up anyway because they're constantly looking around, they're constantly listening, and it's the owner that needs to learn what and how to respond to the signals the horse is given as well.
It's phenomenal, and it's certainly not harsh. It's not. It's not harsh. Horsemanship is very respectful.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really cool. Just love it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite bits.
When they get it, and they think, "Oh my goodness, this is what you want. Oh, is that all? Oh, I can do that." It's almost that realization that, "Oh, is that it? Oh, is that it?"
They sort of just go, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't have no. Well, yeah.
Oh,
Don't have to do it. I
why
don't have
didn't
to
you say
struggle
it?
now."
Why didn't you say so?
Yes.
Okay, so Sarah Lou says, I'd ask about bruising. So is that bruising in the sole, bruising in that you see growing down in white feet, or just
I
bruising in
think it's
general?
this that she's asking about.
How did I not see that? I think you've got a different screen to me.
I think it's just Gary.
Anyway, you
I've
carry
got
on.
young guys.
No, I think there's something on my screen, but if I refresh, you'll lose me.
Okay. So Sarah's asking, Squire has had no stretch in his hinds, but I'm noticing that he still has red bruising coming down his hinds as he rehabs. Why
Okay.
would he still be bruising this far in? His fronts are rehabbing so well, just confused as to what's not right.
Okay. So when you say that the bruising is growing down, is it getting closer to the ground, or is it still bruising from the coronary band? If the
Yeah.
bruising is actually growing out, then it's growing out.
But if the bruising is constantly getting like it's
Redoing it,
replenishing
so from the coronary
constantly.
band and then growing
Yeah.
down, then there may be something wrong with the balance. And particularly, I would imagine if there is anywhere, it's possibly in the quarters. If it's in
Yeah.
the quarters and not at the toe and not at the heels, I would imagine that the quarters are a little bit too active. So,
She's
but
saying
it's still
no,
higher.
still high up. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So is it in the quarters? Or is it all the way around?
Yeah.
Go on there, Ash.
Katrina says, Joe Tracy trimmed my horses yesterday, finally ditched the farrier. Joe did a great job. It would take a while to get them right. One of them has feet of steel, really hard to trim, even though I had soaked them. Poor Joe.
Thanks for sharing, Katrina. Yes, great. And let's hope that if they're compacted, I'm sure that what Joe has done has already relieved that. But if there is more compaction, it's going to be important to keep on top of that as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, and the next time it will probably be much easier to do because of that first
Yeah, it
initial
can
trim.
be. As soon as you let it give to a degree, they go off and walk, and then it can release a little bit more. They're in New Zealand, so I'm not sure that you're coming into really good weather season, aren't you?
Yeah, it's getting dry there, isn't it?
We're coming into the sort of autumn winter. I think you're just coming into spring and summer, I believe.
Yeah, so that'll be another factor, is that they get hard in the warm weather.
Yes.
Very hard.
So 16 is far too many for trimmers following need more trimmers following the Phoenix Way, as I have rehabs at home so busy. Hope some other trimmers join us, take on. Well, hopefully, if it's not people that are on the Phoenix Way already, when we come to New Zealand, that is our hope too, Joe. We want pros all over the world. That's our aim.
Especially in the places that we've not quite reached as far yet. We're getting quite a lot in America and Canada now. We're getting to those places. We're now having to reach even further onto the other side of the world and go to New Zealand and Australia and push more for those places.
Yes, and everywhere else in between, wherever possible.
Yeah, anywhere and everywhere.
Dawn is talking about hoof cracks. Okay, well, hoof cracks depends on where they are, whether they're full thickness or not. Oh, we could do a couple of hours on that, couldn't we, Ash?
There's so much about hoof cracks. Is it just chipping? Is it an actual crack? You know, does it depends whether there's if it's quite a healthy foot or if it's an unhealthy foot. It's a rabbit hole that we can go down.
Toe cracks are notoriously difficult to because they've got that active wear point at the toe. They're notoriously difficult to get rid of. Also, you've got that crenna that can appear or is in some of the pedal bones, so that can have an impact on toe cracks. If they're going up the quarters and it's only the quarters, then again, like I was saying to Sarah, sometimes the quarters are perhaps a little bit more active than they should be. So the trimming may need a little bit of a tidy up. If there's separation, then they can develop some cracks too, because obviously that separation is a form of weakness. But we can't take that separation away, because otherwise the hoof wall's not on the ground. So all of those things about hoof cracks, but I think probably the easiest answer is how do we heal them? Correct diet, correct management, lots of movement, and the trim has got to be right.
By getting the hoof and the horse healthy. Exactly.
Hoof cracks can be unsightly. In a lot of traditional hoof care, they can see a crack going up the hoof, and then so if the crack was going up the hoof, let's say it's going up the quarter, and then they'll rasp a slit in it to stop it
from going further.
Supposedly stop it going any further. So
they can also cut them even bigger, can't they?
Yeah, they gouge them out to stop infection. And I'm talking as if I was them. It's not something that we would do at all.
Never.
Because it's chasing pathology.
No, you just let it grow out.
Grow health, create health is what it's all about with everything to do with the hoof and the horse. It's growing it out and supporting the hoof and the horse in every which way we can. I think we've done that one. Can we look at Tiffany Shoemaker's post? Yes, I can go and have a look at that. I agree with Ash. It's the owner that
I think that says that's needs to learn.
Yes, and a lot of people don't have the knowledge, or they've managed quite well without it up to now, and that's fine.
It's not that we're saying that the owners are doing anything wrong. It's just that they didn't know that it could be better and it could be easier for them.
And also, I think
it's not like they're blind to it and going, "Oh, I don't want to look over there because it's it's something different." It's just because they generally just don't know that there could be another way.
I've gone to owners, and this is when the owners are new to me, and when I do what I do, they just think, well, my other hoof care providers get shitty, they get angry with the horse and all of that. And I said, well, what's the point? What's the point? That doesn't create a learning environment for anybody. And also, it certainly doesn't keep me safe. So I want to work with your horse. It's not me just coming and doing a job, getting me tools out, looking fancy, taking your money and buggering off. That's not what we're about. So we want your horse. And the setup trim, I think, is really important. If you've got a horse that is not used to having a positive experience with regards to hoof care, taking that little bit of extra time on the first visit.
Yeah, I agree.
And just quietly persevering and being persistent and consistent.
Because it shows what it'll be like next
just
time.
like a different horse.
It will show what it'll be like next time, and you can go up to them and go, actually, the horse knows you and knows that nothing's going to go wrong. Because if you come in with a bad experience, then you're not going to enjoy going back. They're not going to enjoy you going back. It's just going to be a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, absolutely. There was one. Should I talk? I'll tell him about Uther.
Yes.
This is one of the one day. Asha came to the UK with me, as she does frequently, and I get her working. I take all the money. Well, I can't do that to her now because she's pro.
No. Yeah.
um,
I should backlog all of the ones I've done. No joking.
Asha, I think I left something in the car, and this horse, and I absolutely adore this horse. He's a chocolate-coloured, massive,
He's so
warm blood.
pretty.
He is so
Huge.
handsome. And when I first went to see this horse, for the owner to even handle him, just to take him out of the field, he had to have a head collar on, bridle on with a very heavy bit in. And I thought, oh my God, what have I done? And it was like this fire-breathing dragon. And
You get told
he's
these
got to be
stories,
nearly 18
don't you?
isn't he?
You get told what they're like, and you walk in and go, oh God, and it's like you get told that they've bit the boyfriend and they've kicked the vet, or like blah blah blah, and you're like, oh God, what are we walking into?
Here we go.
And he's only a baby. He's not exactly,
He was big though. He had some body issues. He definitely had some body issues. He definitely had some feet issues.
He wasn't like muscly big. He was just
really tall.
and his head was so high up.
His head was like,
especially for me. I'm very little.
I'd got him good, but this particular day he was having a little bit of a relapse, shall we say, when Uncle Gary turned up. And Asha had gone back to the car because I'd forgotten something. And then I'd done about 2 minutes of a little bit of horsemanship, just asking him to respect my space in a nice way. Asked him to hide his back end and just got him to
not a very big area either, was it?
There wasn't a big area. We were on we were on a lane. He could turn round, but that was about it. Yeah. And this lady says, well, what are we going to do when you can't handle him? And I said, well, that doesn't matter because Asha's going to be here. And she said, and she saw little Asha. And little Asha was much younger then. Little Asha. Little Asha came out, and I said, Ash, he needs to be talked to. I've set it all up.
Still one of my proudest moments.
You just carry on. And
yeah,
I just went in to do the feet. And Asha was there, and just almost with body language, wasn't it? And
she had this tiny
jaw dropped and thought, how on earth can this little adult
she had this tiny rope, didn't she? This tiny, very light, like it was a feather, bright pink rope. We
just tied a knot on it, didn't we?
We tied a knot in it, and I basically stood right at the front after Gary had done his 2 minutes, as I've gone to the car and back, stood at the front of the horse. And if he ever decided he wanted to come forward, I'd be like, nope, go back, please, thank you very much, stand still. And I basically did that 2 or 3 times, and I ended up just turning away from him because he wasn't doing anything and just talking to the owner, because he then learned what he had to do.
And he was brilliant ever since. And the owner was there thinking, oh my God, so how's my horse biting my partner and pushing me all over? And then this little adult turns up, and then you put him in the field, and he was just following.
Like
and
he melted in my hand.
Yeah, he's just melted. He's a lovely boy, Uther. Love him.
Massive but lovely.
Yes. Oh, he's massive. He's bigger than Carmen. Oh yes, I was going to look at that post. We'll go back to that. Let's get back down to the all of the posts first, and then I'll go back and look at that one. Where did we get to, Ash?
This one. There we go. That's
Okay,
about the
still
brood.
high up. Okay, have we got anything to say? Is it all the way around, or is it just in certain areas? Have we got an
I don't
answer?
know, but
I
she's
don't think
added
so.
this. There's a lot of compaction in the hinds. So
He had a lot of compaction in the hinds. Well, that could be an indication as to why he's got more bruising at the back of the foot, maybe.
yeah.
We've got Joe. Oh,
Oh god, that's a big one. We've disappeared, Gary. Okay, Aston.
When we get ones like this, you've got to put your nose over the top, Ash.
I'm too short for that. I have to stand up.
Well done.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Aston said, exactly, I had to provide a space for her where I had to approach the ask so much more respectfully. I'm always gentle with her, but I had to ask her in a way that she wanted to be asked. And until my session with Ash, I hadn't realised and wasn't essentially really hearing her. That's what moved me so much, a deeper connection and relationship found in this task, which was argumentative before. Thank you, Ash. Really was profound for me. That's lovely.
Thanks, Aston. That's awesome.
That's lovely.
I didn't know all this, you see. I'm learning stuff.
Yeah.
Learning stuff from one of our baby students.
It's the secret consultations behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're probably going to have more consultations coming up soon. So if you've been on the challenges, you may have that opportunity. Opportunity, but only if you've been on the challenges.
Yeah, I'm gonna also.
We need you to be at a certain level first.
Yeah, I have some spaces opening up as well. So you never know. You may end up getting me, this wonderful person right here. As you can see, I've had some glowing reviews.
Well done, Ash. We're very proud of you.
You guys, there's another one.
All of our students.
I rock. Yeah. Angela's one of our students now, and I helped her with a couple of her horses, trimming and horsemanship, and yeah, it was lovely.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like this comment. Hi, Nikki.
Yes.
Did you get my message earlier, Nikki? Hope you did. Hope it made sense. I like the mini me Setchell. That's good.
Yes, I am mini me Setchell.
Have you actually got your jumper on or your mother's?
I actually don't know.
Oh.
Depends what it says on the back.
Because sometimes she's actually sat there with Asha Setchell written on the front.
And I look at her and I go, how long have you been wearing that jumper? Because that's mine.
Hi, Susan. Ash, beautifully done. Thank you.
Gary's taking all of these like glowing reviews as well by him going, oh, it's just me as a fantastic teacher.
Well, I do say that in jest, because yes, we just impart our knowledge, but it takes special people to be able to take that knowledge on board and put it into practice
and teach it.
We are very proud. A number of our exams that we've been going through, when we get to the end of them, and Lindsay and I have a little bit of a consultation after they've left the screen, I can't tell you how many times we have both been in tears, because it's the first lot going through.
Oh, good tears, by the way, not bad tears.
It's all good tears.
So we're not crying because you're just...
It was a relatively new venture. We knew the world needed it, and having the first lot that have gone through the whole 2 years, it's certainly taken its toll on us both.
It's been a long 2 years.
Without a doubt. With ups and downs all the way, but oh my goodness, these pros that are coming out the other end, we're so proud of you all. Right, I'm going to shut up now, otherwise I'm going to get emotional again. Breath work and being present, and lots of wait till the horse says yes. I think there is that wait and that pause. You're absolutely right. When we're talking or communicating with these very often very large animals, we just don't give them enough time to process what we're asking. And
you have to go through two different things, because you need to have that respect of allowing these horses to go, yes, I would like you to do this, and yes, I'm fine with you to do this, and there we go. But you also need, the other side is, they also need a little bit of structure to what you're asking them to do. Because if you're just going, oh, can you do this, and they go yes, it needs to have an end goal of where you're like aiming for. And I'm always aiming for the horse to just stand still. And there are specific things obviously we're doing, but it's structure so that the horse knows exactly, if you ask them to do this, they know exactly what the end goal is.
yes, and it's when to take the pressure off.
Yeah.
A lot of people in traditional training says it's always give to pressure. They give to pressure. They give to pressure, and when they're talking about that, they're talking about physical pressure in riding and stuff like that. And they do to a degree, but in actual fact, the actual tick in the box is actually in the release of that pressure, not the
bit
pressure
that they like.
itself. So if you're asking a horse to move, you just put your hand on its chest, you apply pressure, but you don't apply any more. When the horse
don't
moves
keep going
away
with
from
them,
that
you just
pressure, you
keep
don't keep going with it.
They move away from it. Yeah.
The key is in the release of that pressure.
But it's you can see it even in with the horses themselves when they're communicating. If you've got a herd scenario, you've got the top dog of the field, and you got someone that's a little bit lower down in the pecking order. They're gonna come over. The top dog's gonna come over, and they're just gonna pin their ears back, and they're gonna go, "I actually want this bit of food. You move." And the other one goes, "Oh yes, okay, I'm going to move." And the top dog goes, "Thank you very much. I'm going to be happy now." That's the release. And if the other one didn't move, it would be, well, actually, I'm going to put a little bit more pressure on until you do move, and then it's that release once you do move. It's it's the stopping immediately and going, "Well, thank you very much," because that is the thank you for them doing what they want you to do.
Yes. And doing less gets you to the end goal much quicker.
I
Doing
think a
less,
lot of
less is
people
more,
found this
less
is
is
that
more. Yeah.
you do a lot less.
I have to say, it is absolutely boring to watch. And so it should. It's not a big fancy thing.
It's not.
Having them all dancing around and it's not
It
that.
it looks
Need to-
boring. It looks boring. You could just be stood there with a horse, and it's also slow, because I think if you do it with even humans, if you're just trying to throw like things at them constantly, and go, do this, do this, do this, they're just overloading people and overloading the horse. It's, you ask them to do one thing, and then you may stand there for 20, 30 seconds, even a minute if you wanted to, and then you ask them to do the second thing, and they've had time to process what you wanted them to do.
For sure. This is becoming a bit of a horsemanship lesson, this one. We had no intent, we had no idea where these lives go, do we? How do I go booking a consult? Wow, you're on the page, Connie. So when the next lot come out, it will be advertised. Is advertised the word? You'll be notified on a post in the Phoenix Way page.
Yeah.
We don't do it publicly. And in an ideal world, everybody that goes on to the consults that are through the students have to have done the 10 and 15 day challenges prior.
But not everyone has.
Not everyone has, but the majority have.
Yeah.
We prioritize them. Oh, yes, you got my message. Oh, hi, Lynn. How you doing?
Hello.
The consults are fantastic. Take the opportunity if you can. And now we've got pros coming out the other end. That's another thing that in the not too distant future, having consults with them is going to be a big thing. Yes, it will be charged, but what a great opportunity, which means that it really does help Lindsay and I too. I know that's something that Asha is going to be doing much more.
No, the amount of times where mum slips me a message and goes, "Oh, I've just told someone that you can do a consultation with them," and I'm like, "No, okay, thank you." And then it goes well anyway. I don't have to. I don't do most of it myself. I just get told that I'm doing them. I go, "Well, thank you very much."
You're a great support to us, Ash. We couldn't do it without you. Oh, I could use some consulting so I don't have to keep bugging Lindsay.
Yep.
I'm sure Lindsay doesn't mind. I'm sure Lindsay
No.
doesn't mind. Neither would I. But we just don't get to you as quickly as we'd like sometimes because, as you can imagine, we are snowed under. Could we perhaps have a video of how you approach and converse with the horses? I'll think about that one.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can do like a tiny video, maybe. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Lynn, yes, the release is in the release. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Now, I've done some Teddington T-touch training over the years. Started with dogs and then it went into horses. And Lynn is also a T-touch person, practitioner, and also a Moshe Feldenkrais lady. So all ties in with releasing tension patterns in the body and all sorts of stuff. So we have these phrases that tie over with lots of things.
Yeah.
True, Ash. I didn't use pressure. I used positive reinforcement. A lot of horses love this. Positive reinforcement, if the horsemanship is done right, it is positive because they get something positive out of it. Reward-based training, I think, gets a bit of a bad name because people don't finish off the behavior. It ends up being the horse, the dog, whichever animal just ends up mugging for treats. They're not learning anything from mugging for treats. Yeah. So I've seen a lot of good positive rewards-based training, but I've seen a lot of rubbish. So it's like anything, isn't it? It's like anything. There's good and bad. I was often in tears with my old gelding. So this is from Pia, because his final years, it was like reading each other's minds. There wasn't any need for words. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We can actually go into our herd of 10 and go and feed and be surrounded by them. And it's almost that we know what every single one of them's going to do before they do it.
Yeah. And we go in and we talk to them because we slightly humanize animals anyway, don't we? And we talk to them like we expect them to talk back to us with their like body language. But we could be in that field and could be completely silent and it's still working because they're reading. They don't know what we're saying. We could be saying absolute gobbledygook to them, but they're reading our body language as what they're picking up.
It is, and also there are occasions when you just know these horses and you know that you just got to get out the way.
Absolutely.
Especially when Tony's on one and he decides that this is mine.
Oh, Carmen went on one earlier.
Oh, did she? Yeah, and
they escaped into the garden. They escaped into the garden. and they
Oh,
pushed through the fence,
oh yes.
and Carmen was still in the field.
Oh dear.
So she went on one bucking around, and I was like, I'm getting out of the way very quickly.
Carmen's my horse, and she is a
Feet
Clydesdale
like
horse.
this.
Yeah, so the feet, and when she decides to go dancing around, they end up by your ears.
They go
Yeah,
very high.
Ash, that's called resource guarding. I have no something here. They have none of that. I have the way to be in the herd. Love these animals. Aren't we blessed to have them in our lives? Yes, we are. They are so. A lot of people say animals are unpredictable. I have to say, because their language is body language, they are very predictable.
But it's the structure, isn't it? Because
be observant.
You just need to actually look at them and go, "Ooh,
yeah.
You know, what are your ears telling me? What's your tail telling me? How high is your head? You know, how fast are your feet moving?" It's all about, different things, isn't it? Where if you're looking around
It's
constantly,
breathing, it's nostrils. They have expressions, and people say, "Well, how can you see that?" And I have no idea, but you just can tell.
I can't tell that to you. I just know.
Couldn't tell you. You just know. Jackie, for me, it's not boring, not at all boring. I love to watch horses brain work. Yes, it's just beautiful to watch them thinking about the answer. Love horsemanship. And I think as well, when people, when I say to watch it, if you were to watch it without the education and without, I'm going back many years now, and there was a horse that was really young, was green around the edges, and there was the owner. I think you were there as well, Ash.
Probably.
And Lindsay was doing some horsemanship.
Yes,
to help the
I was
horse.
there.
And I can't remember which one it was. I think it was I'm trying to think of the big black horse anyway. I'm trying to think of the breed, and I can't. My random access memory needs upgrading.
I'm not good with breeds.
Frisian, thanks, Rach.
There we go.
Did you all hear her?
No,
Did
I
you
didn't
hear
hear her.
Rachel shout Frisian?
No. She said big and black. So it's got to be what it's got to be a Frisian.
So it was Frisian, and I was stood back with the owner and Ash, and it wasn't that elaborate at all, but I just went into teaching mode, and I was basically telling the owner and Ash what was going to happen, what was happening, what the horse was doing, what Lindsay was going to do or doing. And it's almost that it was a running commentary of what was going on.
I was
Or
just
was
going
going
to
to
say this.
happen.
You've got to have, I think, when you watch horsemanship, I think that's why it freaks some people out, because you watch it and you go, what are they doing? I don't understand it. Like, it looks confusing. But actually, which I quite like a lot, is Mum and I we sometimes see horses together, and we did last year saw a horse together, and I don't think Gary was there at that time.
I wasn't at the beginning. That was the compile, wasn't it?
Yes, I think so. But like a very young horse that had basically no training, and we ended up just having this horse in the field, and Mum was just teaching him free, no lead rope on, just doing it, and I was stood with the owner telling the owner exactly what's happening, why it's happening, and then what's going to happen next, and then what this will mean for the future. And it's actually that which helped the owner more.
Yes,
because it's allowing them to understand what they're seeing, because I think if you don't know it, looking at it becomes complicated.
And I think it has to be said as well that we've got no formal training, so to speak, in horsemanship.
Lindsay does.
Your mum does. Your mum went to California, didn't she?
Yeah.
So we've just learned from others and know enough for what we need, really, isn't it? We know enough for what we need, and
I've watched it
great, sharing
through
knowledge.
my entire life. I've watched it, you know, for all the horses we've ever had, and it works for all of them. It may not work slightly for the Shetlands. That's basically, you know, Shetland donkey. They don't quite align with the horsemanship, but horses they do.
Donkeys to a degree, but you've got to be you have to be even more subtle and more quiet.
And I think also that's very interesting as well, going back to the consultations, is I don't know how that horse is going to react.
No.
It might be a horse that takes everything on board very quickly and is very sensitive, and, you know, not sensitive as in you're going to touch them or anything, but is very reactive to like what the signals you're sending them. Or it could be a cob where it's like sort of going, I don't know what you're asking me to do, and it sort of just stood there like, yeah, you could keep trying that. You know, it's you don't know what you're gonna get. And I think learning different techniques as well, because you try a couple things and you go, well, that's definitely not gonna work again. We'll go on to this thing, and then this thing, and then it just like it branches out different ways for different horses, doesn't it?
It does. And I think it's having many tools in the toolbox, but at the back of it, it's all about being kind and having the end goal is exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
We just want that horse to have a positive experience as possible. So when we next turn up, it's even easier.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's what the horse wants. That's what we want. And that's certainly what the owner wants. Okay, so I've lost where I got to. I think it was Connie. I meant to ask about a one-to-one. One-to-ones are always available. We don't advertise them because otherwise Lindsay and I's workload would be absolutely overrun already. But when our new pros, our baby pros that are awesome, when they start to do their consultations, it will be going up in the Phoenix Way first. It'll be going up there before anywhere else. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you to all you guys for what you do. You're very welcome. And the time that you put into everything. Thank you.
And someone's post that you had to go back to.
I know.
This morning.
I know. I've gone on for an hour. This is going to definitely be an hour and a half one. And I've been good up to now, Ash. I've stuck to the hour. My wife's just come and said, you said you were going to look at a post.
Go look at it.
Go look at it.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to do anything without Rachel, Gary, would you?
I wouldn't. She is she's my rock. I wouldn't be able to do anything without her. Been doing it for years and teach, yes. Mugging is a no-no. You're absolutely right. But people, like everything, people can get it wrong. I think you mean, yes. Some of them can be, but even when
they're my favourites. They're my favourites.
When they are a Shetland, they still make me laugh. They make me laugh, even when I'm crawling around on my hands and knees trying to do their feet, and then they're biting my bottom or taking my hat
and
off.
You've gone across the
across the yard, yeah, and my knees.
Which you filmed me doing once, Gary. By the way, Gary got me to trim a Shetland, and I ended up on the other side of the yard. I was just crawling the entire way.
Right, let me go and see if I can find this post. Bear with.
Whose post?
You have to talk about something, Ash. Sorry.
Oh Lord.
I've forgotten even the name of the person. I'm sure I'll be able to pick it up.
Tiffany Shoemaker's post. This one. Can we
Oh
look
Christ,
at
so far is it down? Christ, I can't find
I've
it.
got it on this.
Oh, there it is. Oh, this is the the crack in the hoof. Okay, all right then. No, where's StreamYard gone? I'll share my screen.
I've just looked at where my mum is. She's still 2.5 hours away. So,
Oh,
and it's
we
10 past
definitely
10
won't be
here.
cracking open a bottle of wine when she gets home then.
So she's getting back just after. Well, actually, no, because she'll have to go to Tim's first. So she's not getting back here until
Gone
late.
midnight.
Even if she actually comes back here, she might stay at Tim's tonight.
That's true. I think she probably will.
Mm.
Okay, can
Here
you
we
see
go.
this? Because I can't see what you're seeing.
Yes, I can see it.
Cool. Tonight I was cleaning my horse's hooves and noticed this hoof wall had been pulled away from the sole at the heel. He wasn't lame. Any ideas what could have caused this? Potentially an abscess.
I was going to say that.
Let's have a look at the pictures. Potentially an abscess. You've still got a bit of heel here by the looks of things. Let's have a look at another picture because
You can sort of see as it comes down where that crack is. It goes down and goes around. That it does look like there was something, an abscess burst at the heel bulb.
Now, if this is in play and is not loose, you've got to treat it as though it's hoof wall.
Yeah.
You don't want to be taking that away. If it's loose and flapping around, then obviously it can go away, but you don't want to be actually filing that off.
But still, in that instance, you can just leave it and let the horse take it off itself.
Yes.
Which is the best way to do. Just leave it in play and just act like it's just still the heel and everything. It might sound a little bit hollow if you rasp over it, but it will still be attached until it comes off of its own accord.
So we've still got in these bars, there's still more to come.
Yeah.
That dirty line shouldn't be there on both sides. I reckon this was a bar abscess.
Looks like
combined with perhaps a bit of flare as well. I think there's some natural flare there. But we've got limited images, I believe. When I did have a quick look at this one, and I know Lindsay commented on it too. It's not a full set of photographs, so we can't see lines at the front. We can't see how it looks. So we're going by 3 pictures. So we need more info. I think the trim needs a little bit more of a tidy up. There doesn't look to be much hoof wall at the toe. I know I'm going a bit off-piste now with regards to the question. This could be, if we didn't have this big gap and this bit missing at the back here, this could be a big flare that's developed, but perhaps the horse needs that.
Yes.
So I would say that this was probably a bar abscess that started all of this off at the back. Now, this separation at the quarter here, is that because of the abscess or because of flare? We'd need to see before picture.
Maybe a little bit of both.
We need much more information to be able to do that. But the trim still needs some work, and it looks like there's too much toe being taken. I think that's what I'm going to say about that one, because we can only say so much about on 3 images. It really is important that when we're asked to assess these feet, that we have a full set of photos. Otherwise, it could be this, it could be that, and we can't give definitive answers. But the trim looks as though it could do with a little bit of work. I don't know whether, Tiffany, you've done completed the challenges or intending to. That would really help. I know it's not going to necessarily help with this situation right now, But the trim definitely needs a little bit more of attention. Okay, we got any more? I'm still listening. You're doing a great job. Oh my God, if I'd known that she was listening.
I've known that she's been listening the entire time. That's why I've basically been trying to do a good job.
Oh God, I got to make mummy proud.
She's probably
You're
sat in the car going, no,
Ash.
rubbish, absolute rubbish.
Okay, so thank you very much for everybody joining us this evening, and I think a big round of applause for Asha for coming and
Thank you very
keeping me
much.
company.
Yeah. Thank you. There it goes. Yeah. Wait. But... Gotta get my magic wand in there.
I haven't put the balloons up before, Ash.
There you go. Balloons. It's like a little party.
You never know. Depending on how Lindsay is, she might see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might see me tomorrow. It might be me and a guest tomorrow. You might have to wait to meet us, see us next week. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't even know what day it is. I don't even know what day it is.
It's Friday tomorrow.
It's Friday tomorrow. But there we go.
I've got a busy day tomorrow.
It's a blur.
I've got a half a dozen assessments to do tomorrow. So I'm going to be sat at my desk and with my lovely students tomorrow.
There you go. Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Laura. I'm not doing anything now. Asha's driving. She just turned into a mum.
Thank you so much, Gary and Asha. Yeah, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Lovely to meet you, Asha. Are you coming? I am coming to Aberdeen.
Oh yes, you'll meet Asha.
I come to all of them. They would not be able to do it without me. That's all I'm saying.
We could cope.
No. Yeah, but there's a difference between coping and actually being able to do it.
Well, it would be seamless to everybody else. To me and your mum, we'd be panicking underneath.
Like, oh, I haven't done this, I haven't done that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you lot, everybody take care. Have a good day wherever you are, and we'll see you soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Okay.
It's all a bunch of maybes.
All a bunch of maybes. Take care. See you soon.
Bye.